San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you. Hope you're having a good morning so far. It is Friday, it is October, and it happens to be the 13th.
That's right, Friday the 13th. And so far, it does not feel like fall anymore when you step outside. That humidity kind of worked its way back in here.
We have a mix of sun and clouds. Justin is back. Hello, good to see you, my friend.
And good morning to you guys. And yes, Friday the 13th is going to be a warm day. We're going to get temperatures up near 90 this afternoon. We thought we had that in our rearview mirror, but it's just a one-day thing because front sweeps through tonight. We get big changes for tomorrow. Let's go outside for you. We've got cloudy skies, at least to the airport, although on certain cameras we're seeing that the sun is out here around San Antonio, so it's kind of hit or miss with the clouds. The cold front arrives this evening, we think around 7 or 8 o'clock. As it blows through, you'll get some windy conditions. We'll see some gusts close to 30 miles per hour by tomorrow morning. And then, of course, it is Eclipse Eve, the eclipse tomorrow. We're a little concerned about clouds. I think they thin out here in San Antonio. That may not be the case if you're west of town in places like Uvalde, Del Rio. We'll be watching to see how the clouds play out there, but it's looking like we should get the clouds out of the way. 76 right now. Dew point is at 73. Calm winds here in San Antonio. As we look at the satellite picture, yeah, there's a lot of clouds. These will thin out as we head into the afternoon. 75 in New Braunfels, 73 in Gonzales, 70 right now, Bernie Stage. And our forecast today, noontime 82, partly cloudy. Then as we head to the afternoon, 91 for a high. That's around 4 or 5 o'clock. And then that front starts to move in. Begins to drop temperatures, begins to pick up winds. You see the northeasterly winds there. There is a very, very small chance of a shower. But if you're heading out to the Friday night football games, know it'll be a bit breezy. We're going to talk a lot more about the eclipse forecast and the weekend forecast. It's really going to be pretty beautiful this weekend. More on that in just a bit.
The sun is blinding this morning, and folks headed eastbound on 90 are running into double trouble. We've got 2 accidents in the same area, eastbound 90 at Nogalitos. You see a Hero truck out there right now. They were reported less than 10 minutes apart. Same thing over at 37 northbound at Fair Avenue, where we also have a pair of back-to-back accidents in the same vicinity.
And for now, let's look at today's 9 at 9. Israel's military urging more than 1 million people living in northern Gaza to leave the area within the next 24 hours. The evacuation alerts come amid Israel's retaliatory strikes against Hamas after the militants stormed Israeli neighborhoods a week ago. As the war intensifies, the Biden administration announcing that it will begin evacuating thousands of American citizens in the region starting today.
Today, law enforcement agencies across the country are stepping up security after a former Hamas leader called for a global day of rage in response to the war in the Middle East. So far, we're told no specific or credible threats have been reported. The San Antonio Police Department is monitoring the situation. Again, no credible threats, but you are urged to remain vigilant.
New turmoil on Capitol Hill being described as dysfunction and utter chaos. Congressman Steve Scalise, the man nominated to become the next Speaker of the House, suddenly dropped out last night after failing to secure enough votes. Representative Jim Jordan, who previously dropped out of the race, is now back in it and a contender for the speakership. Republicans will meet again this morning to try to find consensus.
A senior Ford executive says the company is, quote, at the limit of what it can spend on benefits and pay increases for striking auto workers, warning further concessions will hurt Ford's ability to invest in the business. United Auto Workers expanded the strike to Ford's Kentucky truck factory this week.
Negotiations have been suspended between Hollywood Studios and SAG-AFTRA, the union representing about 160,000 actors. In a statement, the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers said the gap between it and SAG-AFTRA is too great, and conversations are no longer moving in a productive direction. SAG-AFTRA has been on strike since July 14th.
Family Dollar's recalling a large number of over-the-counter drugs and medical products because they were stored outside of labeled temperature requirements. The products were then shipped to 23 states, including Texas, and sold between June 1st and October 4th. This includes over-the-counter cold medicine, vitamins, toothpaste, and children's medicine. Customers can return the recalled products without a receipt.
Only 7 million Americans have received the newly updated COVID-19 vaccine since its rollout. That's compared to 18 million receiving the newly updated COVID-19 vaccine during the same time last year. New data from the CDC shows that the low numbers could be due to possible shortages and the fact that the vaccine has shifted to the private market, which means there are sometimes snags with whether insurance covers it.
Cooling inflation means Social Security recipients are getting a smaller increase next year compared to the last couple of years. Recipients will see a 3.2% increase. That comes out to about $59 a month for the average recipient starting in January.
Mortgage rates are up for the fifth straight week, according to Freddie Mac. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage now averages 7.57%. That's a rise from 7.49% the prior week. Mortgage rates haven't been this high since December of 2000. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Well, we are now officially less than 24 hours a day. 1 days away, 2 hours and 48 minutes away from the peak of the annular solar eclipse. The eclipse will start tomorrow morning right around 10:30 with a countdown clock to this annularity, which is expected to happen around 11:52 tomorrow.
That's right, and it's something that we've been counting down to for weeks now. And tomorrow, San Antonio and much of our viewing area will be right in the path of the eclipse for the first time since 1940.
Now, this type of eclipse is rare but not unheard of, and less than a year later, it will also be in the path of a total solar eclipse. That's truly a once-in-a-lifetime event.
That's right, and we brought you several stories to get you ready for tomorrow's big event. In our latest KSAT Explains episode, our Eclipse Authority meteorologists tell us everything we need to know to prepare.
There's a lot of man-made excitement to go along with this celestial event, so the KSAT Explains team breaks down some events happening across South Texas and the Hill Country to make this eclipse viewing even more entertaining. You can check out the latest episode right now, KSAT.com or on KSAT's YouTube channel.
And we have also been talking about the importance of protecting your eyes when viewing the eclipse. So right now on our website, KSAT.com, we have a list of places where you can get your protective eyewear. And Sarah Spivey also has a fun and easy project you can do with the kiddos to make a viewfinder for this big event.
And have patience. A lot of places are running low or are already out of those solar eclipse glasses. Just be advised. You can find the article about all this and much more at KSAT.com. Get there by scanning the QR code on your screen. We'll have full coverage on the event tomorrow on GMSA, so keep it right here on air and online.
And another event going on tomorrow is the annual Light the Night celebration. Hemisphere Park will be illuminated with colorful lanterns as people rally together for research, advocacy, and support for blood cancer patients.
Every year we hear from honored heroes, and this year Lee Waldman met with our local honored hero, who says he hopes to be an inspiration for others living with cancer.
Let's go Yankees.
Don't worry, we know we're an Astros country here, but when the legendary Mark McGwire is shouting out baseball teams, we've got to let him have his time. And this kid is a legend.
At the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center, that's where we held regionals. And last year we got first place exhibition there.
Mark is a senior at Ronald Reagan High School. He's on the arm drill team for the JROTC program.
I love going out there and doing what I love and getting better, seeing myself get better every day.
That drill team family and his biological family have been by his side through it all, including his journey with leukemia.
It has its toll. You know, I was 12 years old at the time. It was 4 years of chemo.
Meeting him today, you'd never imagine what he's endured. Mark's medical teams at Methodist Children's Hospital and the Children's Cancer and Blood Clinic helped him to get to where he is now, over a year into remission.
I never thought I was going to die. I was just like, I can do this. I can get through this.
This year, Mark and his mom, Karen, will be sharing his story at the annual Light the Night event at Hemisphere Park Saturday. He'll be holding up his white lantern, proudly showing that he is a survivor.
To me, it means someone that stuck it through, and they went down and just went right back up. They fell down and they dusted themselves off and started all over again.
Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Lee will be the MC at tomorrow night's event. Light the Night will be from 6 to 9 p.m. at Hemisphere Park. Registration is free and open to everyone. Proceeds support the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. You can scan this QR code. It'll take you to the KSAT 12 fundraising page where you can donate and help our team raise $5,000.
Educator of the Month, brought to you by First Mark Credit Union.
And we are well into the 2023-2024 school year. And here at KSAT, we are recognizing our area educators. So this week, we are recognizing an educator from John Jay High School. Brandy Flores is the College Career Military Advisor at Jay, and she's been guiding students there for more than 10 years. Brandy Flores says she loves working with her students, and it shows.
This is not really a job for me, it's more of a passion. You know, this is something that I enjoy. Seeing the kids and seeing them, like I said, succeed is my true passion. And as long as I have that for years to come, that's all I need, is for them to be happy.
As a College Career Military Advisor at John Jay High School, Brandy says her goal is to make sure that her students reach their goals and their dreams.
Look at you.
Her former students tell us that they have Brandy to thank for their success, so they still keep in touch with their advisor even after high school.
She's the whole entire reason why I got into college, and how she helped me figure out my major and everything that I wanted to do. Because I didn't know if I wanted to do nursing or athletic training, but she told me whatever to follow my heart, and she helped me.
And she's pushed me even, through classes, and she's taught me a lot just about life. And even when I didn't want to be in school, she just pushed me, and she got me to where I am today.
They try to keep me involved as much as possible with them because they appreciate the fact that I've been there for them. Even through their college life, they were like, can you help me with this planning, or what classes should I take?
Brandy has also worked at UTSA, and when she was in Corpus Christi, she was a pre-K teacher. So her passion has always been education.
Even though I pursued a double bachelor's degree in psychology and in business, and I still ended up here in education. So it was something that kind of pulled me and kept pulling me towards it. And I was like, you know what, this is where I need to be.
Everybody knows who to go to when you need help for, college. I'm getting in my senior year, getting ready to go to college. I have dreams and aspirations, and Ms. Flores is the one to, help me make those come true.
I love the trophy.
It's very cool. It's very cool. And of course, she's, our first educator for this school year. So congratulations. So again, to Brandy Flores, you could just tell by the crowd out there that she had a lot of support from students and also her colleagues. So a lot of people cheering her on. And again, if you want to nominate an educator, teacher, or somebody who works within your school, you can always go to our website at ksat.com and go ahead and nominate an educator for our series here.
Steph was a 2002 graduate of John Jay.
2002, no, 1992.
Oh, okay,
You're
10 years different.
So nice, Mark.
What was it like being back?
So I was just telling Justin, very interesting, because I was in the library and I'm like, this library looks different. That's because they completely moved it. It's completely renovated. Yeah. Beautiful new library.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it was a homecoming for Stephanie.
Yeah, it was.
9:10, 75 degrees coming up next on GMSA at 9.
Our eclipse coverage continues, and meteorologist Mia Montgomery tells us about some local events happening tomorrow that you can attend to watch the annular eclipse. Let's look out there with live cam. It is October, doesn't feel much like it, but kind of looks like it now with the cloud cover, I guess, Justin.
Keeping temperatures down in the mid-70s for now. Most of us have been enjoying the change in the weather, including our weather team. They're glad they don't have to talk about 100-degree temperatures anymore. But the other big thing in the weather department that they've been talking about, of course, is the annular solar eclipse happening tomorrow.
That's right. They much rather talk about that. So people in South Central Texas are getting excited for the special phenomenon. And as meteorologist Mia Montgomery shows us, there are a few fun and safe options so you can attend and witness this astronomical event.
From San Antonio to Uvalde to the Hill Country and beyond, there are plenty of watch party options to attend for the annular solar eclipse happening on October 14th. Take Bandera. Their Natural History Museum will be hosting the Dino Solar Eclipse event, where glasses, crafts, and tours will be offered to those who reserve tickets among their many dinosaur statues.
We have different events to keep the children entertained, and also with the astronomer talking about different issues and answering any questions.
Out west in Uvalde County, a weekend's worth of events will be taking place in Uvalde, Garner State Park, and Concan. Both fun and educational activities, food trucks, live entertainment, and more will be a part of the Stellar Fest starting as early as Friday.
It's just a beautiful place to escape to, watch this awesome phenomenon happen, and then enjoy the concerts and the activities and things that we have going on.
Back here in San Antonio, places like the Zoo, Scobie Education Center, the Museum, Natural Bridge Caverns, and various hotel groups will be hosting watch parties for the solar eclipse. Dr. Richard Kissel, Chief Program Officer at the Museum, knows how unique of an event this, plus the total eclipse in April, will be.
It gives you a perspective and a realization that we're part of something so much bigger. You know, we're on this planet that's revolving around the sun, so for everything to line up perfectly for an eclipse, I think is really amazing and can really add perspective about where we are in the solar system and the universe.
Many of these events will be supplying the appropriate eyewear, but if you want to snag some eclipse glasses for you and your family, we have those details plus a full breakdown of other eclipse events happening on our website, KSAT.com. Mia Montgomery, KSAT 12 News.
It will be busy tomorrow for you guys.
Yeah, well, we're excited. We're going to have full coverage on the KSAT weather app, the KSAT app, so you can follow us there. Also, I want to mention National Parks, Missions. They're going to be having an event going on tomorrow for the eclipse. So there's a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of people in town. It's exciting stuff. There's no doubt about it. Of course, the question is the weather.
Oh, yeah.
Is it going to cooperate? I think it probably will. Let's go outside for you right now. We've got mostly cloudy skies at the airport, or cloudy skies, honestly. And temperatures at 76 degrees, 76 in New Braunfels, 72 Seguin, 72 Boerne, 72 right now in Kerrville. And clouds, well, they're kind of variable. You can go to North San Antonio, it is cloudy. You go south of downtown, sun is out. That's how these morning clouds work. They're always a little bit tricky, but they will start to break up a little bit later this afternoon. 76 again here in town, 78 in Pleasanton, 72 Bandera, 73 in Bulverde. Here's a look at our forecast today. Noontime, clouds begin to scatter out. We're at 82, and then we make it all the way up to 91. It'll be a hot afternoon, hot and humid, but notice we start to get some northeasterly winds kicking in around 4 or 5 o'clock. That's our front. I think it's here about 7 or 8 o'clock. With it, there is a very, very small outside chance for a shower, but we're not going to worry about that too much. What I think you'll probably notice more of the gusty winds turns breezy, if not windy, by tomorrow morning. Here is the front. We've got the low spinning right here. Okay. Front trails back behind it. And behind it, there is some cooler air, 42 in Albuquerque, 39 in Denver. This is more fall-like weather. And that front is starting to make some movement now to the south and southeast. So again, here by this evening, we're not going to see the 40s and 50s like they're seeing in Amarillo and Lubbock, but it will cool us down. It'll make for a great weekend. The winds, as I said, may be the big story here. So by 9 o'clock, as this front's passing by, we've got gusts 25 miles per hour, maybe a little bit higher than that. And then by tomorrow morning, I think we see our highest gusts around 7 or 8 o'clock. We could see some gusts around 30 miles per hour out of the north. So with temperatures in the 60s and gusty winds, it's going to feel a little chilly out there tomorrow morning. If you've got plans to do a 5K, or maybe you're getting ready for the eclipse, you're going to be outside, know that you may want a jacket. It's going to be fairly cool. And then by midday tomorrow, the winds start to subside a little bit. And I think by tomorrow afternoon, you'll see a lot less wind. It'll be a really great Saturday afternoon. The dew point forecast, yeah, fairly humid right now. We can feel it. It's sticky out there, but these dew points come down with the front. So by 8 o'clock, we're seeing dew points really plummet. And then by tomorrow and through the weekend, we got low humidity. It'll feel great. Now let's talk about the cloud cover. So this is really important, right, when it comes to the eclipse. 5 o'clock today, mostly sunny. I mentioned that slight chance for shower. Models do want to output a couple of showers as the front comes through. Again, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. That would be the time frame. Then as the front pushes south, we get clouds building behind the front. Could even see a couple showers out west. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Notice it still has a few clouds around San Antonio. By the time we get to around eclipse time here, we're starting to see clouds fade away here in San Antonio, but they stay rather thick out west, Uvalde, Del Rio. So that could obscure viewing a little bit out there, unfortunately. Around midday, still showing some of those clouds holding on. So that's going to be the one problem, folks west of San Antonio, with the eclipse viewing clouds. Hopefully they're passing clouds, and in between that you can check out the eclipse. And hopefully here in San Antonio, we can get the clouds out of here in time. So the solar eclipse forecast, we're going to go partly cloudy at 10 o'clock. And then hopefully some clearing and time for the eclipse around 11:50 a.m., 63. And then by 2 p.m. we're sunny, 74, when the eclipse is winding down. But right around annularity, looks like skies should be clearing here in San Antonio. Again, it'll be a close call. And don't forget, we brought down temperatures there around the eclipse time because temperatures should drop 5 degrees, possibly more during the eclipse because the sun gets scoured out. Very quickly, I'll show you the extended forecast here. The low that is helping to bring the front through now moves away. We get another one digging down. This arrives late Thursday into Friday, and that'll be our next chance of rain. So here it is in the 7-day forecast. 80 tomorrow, cooler with that front, windy in the morning. 79 Sunday after starting off at 55, 52 Monday morning. That'll be great. 80s next week, and then we get the return of some rain chances Thursday.
All right, well, looks good overall.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sir. 921, 76 degrees.
And after the break, Tiffany Huertas is going to tell us about a very special event that's keeping the memories alive of children who passed away too soon.
A local nonprofit hosting a butterfly release ceremony tomorrow to honor memories of lost children.
Tiffany Huertas spoke to one family about how the organization provided support, services, and hope.
The Garza family was filled with joy when they found out they were having 2 girls.
They're Allison Bailey and Alicia Bailey.
But they were left heartbroken after both died last year.
One of them was already stillborn, like she didn't make it. And that's what caused a lot of the complications to the other one because they were sharing a placenta. Losing a child has no words.
Alicia Garza says the nonprofit Any Baby Can help them during this difficult time.
These are different caskets and urns that we provide our families.
Any Baby Can has a grief and loss program that supports families following the loss of a child.
We provide bereavement support. That means urns, caskets, funeral assistance. We also provide counseling references for families.
Any Baby Can says between July 2022 and June of this year, they have helped more than 400 families. The organization is getting ready to honor those lives lost. On October 14th at 10 a.m., they will be hosting their annual memorial and butterfly release at 217 Howard Street.
There's a symbolism of hope that comes with that butterfly.
The community is invited to the event. Alicia says the nonprofit changed her family's life forever.
I want to tell other parents to follow your heart. The love for your child will tell you where to go. And these people are amazing.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
926, 76 degrees. There's more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including a look ahead to all the weekend sports action. RJ will have a preview of all the football games coming up, plus baseball and basketball action as well.
After the break, we'll be talking with a professor from Trinity University here in San Antonio who is also getting ready for the big eclipse happening tomorrow morning. We'll be right back, but quick look at traffic, and we've got another problem.
That's right. We have another crash here at Highway 90 at Couples. It's kind of blocking traffic there. You can see it's slow moving at this hour.
Same it's again on the eastbound side. We've already seen a couple accidents in the last hour over here. We think 1 or 2 of the others have now cleared. Welcome back, 9:30 on your Friday. We are your Eclipse Authority. Besides bringing you stories about how to prepare and view the eclipse safely, we also wanted to speak with some local experts about this unique moment.
And joining us this morning to talk more about the annular solar eclipse is astronomer and planetary scientist from Trinity University, Dr. Nisha with Turner. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
Hi, Dr. Turner. All right, I know you don't know any of these questions because we're kind of springing some on you here, so bear with me. You're going to be fine. All right, so we've covered a lot of the main information now for weeks about the annular eclipse tomorrow. Are there any interesting or lesser known factoids about this big event that you can share with us?
Well, every fact about the moon is kind of a fun fact to share. I would say that one of the cool things about it is that the moon is slowly inching away from us. And so we're only going to have total solar eclipses for another 600 million years or so. So we're kind of in this special sweet spot where sometimes the moon is big enough in the sky to cover the sun completely and have a total eclipse like we'll be having in April. And sometimes it'll be just a little bit too small to completely cover the sun like we're having tomorrow.
And Dr. Turner, we've also talked about the importance of wearing that protective eyewear when viewing the eclipse, but what are the actual risks if you don't use the glasses?
Well, if you don't use the glasses, it can damage your eyesight, and sometimes that damage can be permanent. So it's definitely the case that you have to wear them anytime there's any part of the sun that's visible. And for the annular eclipse, it's only going to be 90% obscured. So a 90% obscured sun is still really, really, really bright, and too bright for your eyeballs directly without protection.
What are you looking forward to the most about the eclipse tomorrow?
The most about the eclipse tomorrow? I don't know. I've never seen an annular eclipse, so I'm pretty excited about catching that whole ring around the moon. So I'm just really excited about that. I saw a total eclipse in 2017 when we had one in the U.S. last, and now finally an annular. It's kind of exciting.
It is exciting. And how are you using tomorrow's eclipse in your class with your students?
Well, I'm not teaching astronomy right this minute. I'm teaching it in the spring, so we'll be talking a lot about the total solar eclipse and getting ready for that
in April.
All right. Any other thoughts heading into this weekend, Dr. Turner?
I just really hope we see some clear skies. We're in a really sweet spot. The thing that makes this special is that we're in a location that gets to see this perfect alignment. These eclipses aren't super rare, but they're super rare for any given location. So it's really, really special that we're in the spot at all. And it's really special that we're going to have 2 in 6 months.
We'll see if Mother Nature plays ball, right?
Right.
All right. Dr. Nisha Turner from Trinity University here in San Antonio. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And Trinity University is also having a festival tomorrow to celebrate the annular solar eclipse. It will be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Center for Sciences and Innovation. And this is a family-friendly event.
All right, so there will be arts and crafts, science demonstrations, food trucks, and rooftop viewing of the eclipse by telescope. Eclipse glasses, we understand, will also be provided, but while supplies last. They're going to have a mock solar system that will run through the center of campus, which sounds pretty cool. Again, that's all happening tomorrow from 10 to 2 p.m. at Trinity University.
And we are your Eclipse Authority. We're going to have full coverage of the big event tomorrow on GMSA and also online. Don't forget that. So make sure to tune in. You can find all of our eclipse coverage that we have online right now, and that is by scanning that QR code on your screen.
Outside with live cam, we have plenty of clouds around now, and between now and tomorrow, well, it looks like an eclipse in progress in a galaxy far,
there
far away.
There you go. That's live cam.
Between now and tomorrow, Justin Horn is only going to be asked 12,000 times what the forecast is actually going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. We were nervous about it. We are still nervous about it. It's going to be a close call here in San Antonio. I think that the clouds will get out of the way, but if you're watching us from, as we said, Uvalde, which is where meteorologist Mike Ostrich will be tomorrow, the clouds may hang on a little bit longer. It's not going to completely ruin the eclipse, by the way. You'll still see it get dimmer. It just kind of takes away from it a little bit. So clouds are a big part of this. Let's get to today's forecast first. And by noontime today, 82. We're going to keep it mostly cloudy, and then we'll see the sun pop out this afternoon. Look at that high temperature, 91. It'll be very warm once we get rid of the clouds. And of course, that temperature very dependent on how long these clouds hang around. But should they scatter out around lunchtime, which I think they will, it'll be awful warm today. There is a 10% chance of rain this evening as a front comes through. We think around 7 or 8 o'clock. Then the winds pick up. It gets breezy. Friday Night Football will be breezy with temperatures in the 70s and 80s. No pollen count today. I do want to pass that along. We will not have a pollen count over the weekend either. It returns on Tuesday. And as we look at some more solar eclipse facts here, can you ever take off your eclipse glasses? Only if you're not looking at the sun. We just heard about that from Dr. Turner. And yeah, you have to be really careful with this one. Now, when we get to the total solar eclipse in April, that brief moment of totality, you can lose the glasses, but not on this one. We can't emphasize that enough. We can forecast 80 degrees tomorrow. Breezy and nice, low humidity, 79 Sunday, a picture perfect weekend once we lose the clouds on Saturday morning. Much more on that eclipse forecast for you coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Justin. Let's look at the roads again with TransGuide. We've had some problems this morning, and looking here at the holdup again at Highway 90 at Couples. This happened during the 9 a.m. newscast and still causing some trouble there.
Yeah, we've got several lanes blocked. You see the stacking there. Again, this is eastbound 90 at Couples. We had a couple accidents in that area earlier, but we're down to this one, but it's causing plenty of problems. Right now on KSAT.com, we're live streaming a special announcement being made this morning by Greater SATX. The organization is responsible for helping hundreds of companies relocate or expand in the San Antonio area, bringing thousands of local jobs. Mayor Ron Nirenberg is there, and right now you're looking live as Bexar County Judge Peter Sakai is speaking. They are at the press conference along with several other city and state leaders.
That's right, and Tiffany is there right now, and she's going to have an update for you online and on the news at noon. So again, we're live streaming this press conference, so if you'd like to continue to watch it, you can head over to our website at KSAT.com. And this weekend is jam-packed with sports action, everything from football, baseball, and basketball.
RJ is back with a preview of this weekend's sports action. Actually, first time we're seeing you during the 9 a.m. newscast. Hi, RJ.
Yeah, what's up, guys? And this is really kind of the, in my opinion, if you are a fan of sports, this is the best time of the year. We have NFL action going. We have college football. We have MLB. And then we also have the Spurs preseason action starting up, and the NBA season about to start pretty soon. But we're going to take it to the high school level. The big game in the big game coverage this week. Check this out. This is the battle for Stone Oak. Yes, the Johnson Jaguars versus the Reagan Rattlers. This is a huge district showdown. Johnson undefeated, 6-0, 4-0 in district. So is Reagan. They have the same record. So Johnson is ranked number 3 in our top 12 rankings. Reagan is number 2. This game will feature 2 of the top quarterbacks in the city. Johnson's Ty Hawkins. You saw him a little while ago. He is a TCU commit. And here's my guy, Brad Jackson, a Texas State commit, part of that GJ Kinney taking over Texas there. Brad Jackson having a great season for the Reagan Rattlers. These are 2 of the top offenses in the district, as we mentioned, 2 of the best teams, not only in 6A, but in the greater San Antonio area. This will be a lot of fun. This game will be at Hero Stadium tonight at 7:30. Should be a lot of fun. Look at my guy, Brad Jackson there, taking the Reagan Rattlers to the next level. Okay, let's move on to college here. All right, UTSA, they are back home at the Dome tomorrow, and they are getting ready for this. This is going to be their conference opener here at home, taking on UAB. This is going to be a lot of fun. Tell you why. Frank Harris, we all know the accolades. Frank is back. That turf toe looked good last week as they took care of business on the road there in Philadelphia against Temple. Well, he's going to face a fellow San Antonio alum here. Jacob Zeno is a John Jay alum. Shout out to Stephanie there, John Jay High School. Jacob Zeno is the quarterback for UAB, and he's one of the top quarterbacks in the country, along with Frank Harris. This is going to be a lot of fun. Roadrunners hosting UAB tomorrow, 7 p.m. at the Alamo Dome. Should be some great tailgating weather outside for this one. UTSA looking to go 2-0 in conference play and get going here in conference, the American Athletic Conference. Okay. Moving on here, we're just going to go through a couple more games here. So Texas is on a bye this week, still kind of licking their wounds a little bit after that loss there up in Dallas. Tough loss there for the Horns, but they will be back next week. We have A&M taking on Tennessee. Justin has said that he doesn't want anything to do with the Aggies, but I seriously doubt that. I think after he's done with his Eclipse coverage, he's going to be in front of his guys.
I'll be watching.
He'll be watching those Aggies. He knows this. He knows this because he still has hope there. They're going to be on the road in Knoxville taking on the Tennessee Vols out there. Tennessee ranked 19th in the country. And hey, you know what? Don't want to forget about the Bobcats. They're having family weekend up there. Yep. It is being called, that's right, Mark.
I'll be there.
He said Mark is going to be up there. Yep. I'm planning to be up there. It is called...
Where are you sitting?
I'm not sure yet.
I don't either.
Still trying to figure it out.
I'll text you.
Yeah, it is going to be called the Pack the Whack in Black. So there's going to be an all-black out there for Texas State. They're taking on Louisiana Monroe. Texas State big favorites in this one, looking for their 5th win of the season. Moving on here. Okay, so we got NFL action. Don't want to forget about this as well. The Saints taking on the Texans. I always like this, man. A little regional rivalry between New Orleans, Houston fans, always fun there. Texans are actually not favored. They're about a 1.5-point underdog here, but taking on a Saints team that is 3-2. The Texans are 2-3, but I just love what C.J. Stroud has done so far for this team. The Texans looking pretty good, looking like they have a nice future here, taking on the Saints there at NRG Stadium. And then the Cowboys, Speaking of licking their wounds a little bit here, after that tough loss to the 49ers out there in the Bay, they are still on the road in LA taking on the Chargers. But my guess is it's going to be like 75% Cowboys fans out there, because basically every home game for the Chargers is basically, the same situation there. So Cowboys taking on the Chargers, looking to bounce back. The Cowboys have lost 2 of their last 3. Remember, they lost at Arizona, came back and beat the Patriots, and then they lost to the 49ers. So Cowboys look to get back on track. All right, moving on to the Spurs. Okay, we are rolling along here. As we mentioned, here we go. Jeremy Sohan looking good there in the platinum blonde hair. Jeremy Sohan will be back on the court tonight for San Antonio, expecting for Keldon Johnson for their preseason opener here at the newly minted Frost Bank Center. I guess we'll just start calling it the Bank from now on. This is a nationally televised game against the Miami Heat. Now get this, the Miami Heat did not bring any of their top players. It is preseason, but I don't think they want any of the Wemby. I don't think they want to be caught up in the Wemby mania. Yeah. They basically brought their G League team to San Antonio. Wow. No Jimmy Butler, no Bam Adebayo. But you know what? It doesn't matter. The fans are going to be there. Yes. Expect a packed Frost Bank Center as Wemby makes his official home debut here for your San Antonio Spurs.
I hadn't heard that yet. I like the idea of calling it the Bank, over at the Bank.
Let's just do the Bank.
We play baseball over at the Wolf. Let's play basketball over at the Bank.
The Bank, yeah.
Yes, the Bank, and we will hopefully keep the Bank open there for Spurs. That game is tonight. Again, nationally televised game, 6:30 tip-off against the Miami Heat. All right, moving on here. There we go. Okay, guys, this is the series that we've been all waiting for. We've been talking about it for weeks now. Once we figured out that both these squads would be in the MLB playoffs, Rangers, Astros, first time ever that these two franchises, storied franchises, meet in any form or fashion in the playoffs. Remember, the Astros for the longest time were in the National League. Rangers have always been in the American League. Of course, they are now in the same division. The Astros and Rangers tied this year with 90 wins, but the Astros won the tiebreaker. They won 9 out of 13 games against the Rangers this year. But I gotta say, guys, I got a feeling that the Rangers, they're hot right now. San Antonio's very own Josh Young, their MacArthur alum, playing big time for the Rangers right now. I don't know. I just know that this is going to be a lot of fun, but if I had to kind of put any sort of money on this, I think Texas may pull this off, even though the Astros have the home field advantage.
And have we heard yet whether the juice box roof's going to be open or not?
Oh, we do not know. Okay. Yes, yeah. But it should be a lot of fun out there. As Mark mentioned, Minute Maid Park, the juice box will be packed. And I'm sure that Astros fans are going to be loud and proud as they look for the back-to-back World Series title there. We have game 1 there, Sunday, 7:15 at the Juice Box.
It's going to be an amazing series.
Yes.
All right, lots
of amazing weekend all the way around.
Any other sports you want to include before we go?
Bocce ball, badminton. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes. Break dancing. No, it's okay.
There's a little bit of that, too.
Lawn darts. Thank you, RJ.
Thanks, RJ.
9:44, 76 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
We'll be right back.
It's always a great day to go to the zoo. What exhibit is this, Steph?
The whooping crane.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say it anymore. I'm going to mess it up.
You're all good. You're all
say
good.
it one more time.
Whooping crane.
Whooping cranes.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Yes, it is. Well, yes, we're going to see. Are we talking about the solar eclipse right now? Later? I'm going to talk about weather first. Okay.
We just wanted to make sure.
And make sure, because we're very excited about it.
We'll talk a little bit about the eclipse too during
our producer Alex. We don't want to get in trouble, so we like to check in with her and talk about her on the air every once in a while, especially on Fridays.
Silence.
Nothing.
We don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to get in trouble. Let's go to radar.
Yeah. Is she coming out here?
I'm going to hide.
We have some light return showing up here in northern Bexar County. I do want to point this out. We are getting a little bit of very light rain here on the northwest side, right along the escarpment. Sometimes we see that. We've got the cloud cover, of course, around it too. So just a heads up, it'll be the light, misty, drizzly stuff. But if you're traveling along I-10, roads could be a little bit wet up there. Otherwise, rest of the city is doing okay. 91, the forecast high today. 85 in Bernie, 86 in Kerrville. It'll be a warm afternoon. This is out ahead of a cold front, which will move through this evening and cool us down. But in the meantime, some of the hottest temperatures we're going to see in the 7-day forecast today. As you head out to Friday Night Football, now that front comes through around 7 or 8 o'clock, so it'll be here just in time to cool us down a little bit. So 85 kickoff, 78 halftime. We'll start to see those northeasterly winds, though, kicking in 15 to 25. Note it'll be a little bit breezy. Always fun for the punters when you get these gusty winds, but that's what we'll be dealing with. Sunset's around 7:06. this evening. All right, let's talk about the front and when it arrives. Again, 5 o'clock, it's probably right on our doorstep. Moves through around 7, 8 o'clock. It does show a couple of showers trying to develop along this front. If we see anything, it'll be very light, very quick. We'll even a 10% chance of rain, but rain's really not the kind of the main feature with this front. It's going to be the gusty winds, I think. As we head into tomorrow morning, notice it's still got clouds here around San Antonio, and especially as you go west of town. This is the whole issue, of course, with the eclipse. How long these clouds hang around, and will they obscure our view? The hope, and a lot of the computer models show that the clouds start to thin out here in San Antonio around 10 o'clock, which would be just in time. But Hondo, Uvalde, these areas, the clouds may hang on a while longer. It even shows a couple showers. That may not be ideal for eclipse viewing. We'll certainly watch this. And by noontime, of course, this is right around when the eclipse is happening. It does show, it's a close call here in San Antonio, but it does show partly cloudy conditions. We'll continue to update this forecast. As we get closer, morning clouds are always a tricky thing, especially behind the front. But here's what we're thinking. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy at 10 a.m., and then we should get some clearing just in time for the eclipse. Temperatures in the 60s. Now, know if you're going to be out and about, it's going to be a little chilly, not cold, but coolish with some gusty winds, too. We're up around 74 by 2 o'clock. Wind gust forecast. We'll see some gusts close to 30 miles per hour tomorrow morning before the winds subside as we head into the evening hours. So it'll be windy to start, and then you'll notice less wind late in the day. But all in all, it's a good weekend. 80 degrees on Saturday, 79 on Sunday with a morning low of 55. It'll feel a little bit more fall-like. As we go outside for you right now, we're in the 70s, and it has clouded up for sure at the airport. 72 Seguin, 72 Bernie, 76 both in New Braunfels and San Antonio. And that cloud line just right at downtown right now. So if you're south of downtown, sun is out. North side of Bexar County, it is cloudy. And there is our area of low pressure in the front is right about there. And you see the cooler air that's trying to pour down into Texas. And yes, we will feel that as I showed you over the weekend. But that front is still to our north at the moment. So our extended forecast, again, 91 today, 80 though tomorrow, 79 Sunday, Monday. Great mornings, crisp, cool mornings. Then we're back in the 80s with another chance of rain by Thursday. That'll be our next system, 30% chance of rain.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that it's going to be a little cooler this weekend.
Yeah, it'll feel great. It will. Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
Night 52, 76 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Eastbound 90 is still a problem at Couples. We've got the shoulder and 2 main lanes blocked. San Antonio Fire is out there right now. This cleanup is taking a little while, but it does look like we have at least one wrecker on scene. So this should be clearing here in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
And it's warm and humid out there, 76 right now. We'll see how long these clouds hang around. If they hang around a little bit longer, we may be able to lower high temperatures today. But we do know it's going to be hot this afternoon, close to 90 before our front comes through around 7 or 8 o'clock. No, it'll be windy tomorrow morning. We'll wait on those clouds to clear out. It's going to be a close call for the solar eclipse around 11:52. But we think the clouds should get out of here in San Antonio. Fingers crossed that we can get some good viewing. Don't forget, we are the Eclipse Authority. You can scan there for more information on the solar eclipse.
I've seen people posting that they've been picking up solar glasses around town. Please be careful. Make sure that they have the ISO certified seal on them for as well. Otherwise, maybe be a little skeptical. Be careful.
Yeah, be careful, but have fun tomorrow.
Yeah, join us.
All right.
Yep.
Have a good weekend.